How will the pressures of climate change, limited fossil fuel resources and the mainstreaming of green consciousness reshape society? The water tables are going down as witnessed in the hydropower plants across the country, and drought is persisting. Kenyans have been forced into rethinking green with an energy crisis that won't go away.
Kenya is in a crisis situation, as I would say right now, because first we have depleted all our forests. We are harvesting about 2.5 million tons of food per year. And you remember right now the forest cover is around 1.7. It's a crisis. Now consider this, the population, the way the population is growing. So you can see in future we will not have any other source of energy because we are finishing completely what we have.
The Lake Turkana Wind Power Company plans to generate about 300 megawatts of electricity for sale to Kenyan consumers by June 2012.
There are several companies looking at wind power production in Kenya. One of the biggest issues that we've had to date is that most of the areas that have wind potential are in areas where they have no access to the national grid. One of the things that we are doing is we're putting in a transmission line, so we are really bringing the grid to the people, so to speak, rather than the other way around.
And in the Ngong Hills, a fairly windy area on the outskirts of Nairobi, Vestas, a Danish companies working together with the Kenya electricity generating company Kenyan to add onto the national grid.
Well, basically, wind is a very cheap form of power. It is obviously renewable. It has no harmful effects to the environment whatsoever. It is complementary to other forms of energy such as hydroelectric.
Jatropha Caracas is one of the success stories in the production of biodiesel and has already been introduced in several parts of Kenya.
The reason why Green Africa Foundation has focused on Jatropha as a feedstock of biofuel is one, biofuel production can be gotten from any other plant, but Jatropha is one plant that has no competition with food. First of all, you cannot eat it. Secondly, it grows in areas where you can basically grow nothing. As you can see, this is an arid area, and you can only see Jatropha growing. That means it doesn't compete with something like maize. If you grow Jatropha in high potential areas like in Eldoret in Kenya, you'll only get a big vegetative kind of plant with very little fruits or nothing. It means the sun has got something to do with the production of the oil, and any oil producing seed has to be stressed by the sun to produce that oil that is in the seed.
Critics of biofuel, however, argue that food crops grown for the purposes of biogas production may create a global food shortage if farmers ignore on planting food for consumption.
At the moment, biofuel production is being coordinated by the Ministry of Energy, and there is a lot of harmonization of policies that we are learning from other mistakes we made. We know about the sugar industries. We knew that when it came immediately, everybody cleared his farm and started planting sugarcane. What happened? They had a food problem. We are saying that we are learning from the experiences, and we are saying if you have like 10 hectares that you want to put a Jatropha, 20% leave it as it was to balance the biodiversity and also to do any other thing that you wanted to do on that land.
Africa is known for all-year sun, and now an influx of solar products are entering the market.
The key thing is awareness. Once we create awareness, both at urban and rural level, particularly you find that at the rural level, the level of awareness about these products are still low. So the penetration strategy here is just to create more awareness and then push the government to give subsidies. Already the government has already reduced the VAT on the solar products. Well, that's still not enough. If VAT is reduced and the people who are supposed to benefit from such products are not aware of the benefits, then we need to create awareness.
I think renewable energy in general is becoming very attractive. I think most of the economies around the world, their sort of 2020 vision is to have a minimum energy production of about 20% needs to be from renewable energy. I think in the last 2 years, where prices of oil skyrocketed, the potential for wind obviously expanded tremendously, and it will continue to do so.
The Kenyan government will need to quickly come up with an energy policy that will hopefully get rid of the energy crisis, as well as put in incentives to encourage the growth of alternative and greener energy, especially now as pressures of climate change are setting in.